My name's Tommy Franklin. I'm free to be me. I want to change the world one smile at a time. People know me because I bought an iPod about a year ago. I didn't want to wait all week for the dance floor, and it started bucketing down, and I chucked on a suit inspired by Charlie Chaplin, Dancing in the Rain, and just went and danced in the rain. It was so much fun. Everyone filmed me on their iPhones, and I woke up and I was Byron Bay Dancing Man all over YouTube. I love to dance because when I dance, I just have an overwhelming sensation of joy. It fills my soul. I grew up on the Central Coast between Sydney and Newcastle in a quiet little town called Greenpoint. Got a really lovely mother and father and sister, Jill, Bill and Jill. Jill, Bill, Jill and Tom. When I was young, I was picked on a lot in primary school, and in primary school I was suicidal. I got heavily into drugs and alcohol at 16 and almost led to my death. A few years ago, back in 2003, came home from work and I hated life. I didn't care if I lived or died anymore. I was just smoking pot for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Skating down the driveway, I'm going at least 30. This car's going 80. Head on, snapped my knee into pieces, just snapped my leg in half. Went 15 metres through the air. My helmet cracked like an egg. I bounced like a beach ball. Broke my collarbone, fractured 3 ribs, almost punctured my left lung. I couldn't walk for 8 months. And Mum and Dad almost kicked me out of home when I was in my wheelchair because friends kept bringing me my poison. I wasn't going to say no to free poison. And I started going to this youth group, and I ended up just dancing by myself in the back of the church, just throwing myself this way, that way, and I just felt so light, and I felt this freedom that I'd never felt before. I was so oppressed by my anger and my rage and my hatred against humanity. And yeah, it all changed from that day. So that was one of the first days I went and danced in the street, and I've been doing it ever since. I had to find another passion apart from destroying myself. I love dancing because it makes me really happy, but I also love it so much when I see people smile, because there's been times in my life when I haven't wanted to smile one skerrick. I had serious mental health issues with all the drugs that I took and all the crappy things that happened to me as a kid. When people laugh, that's turning that around. That's taking that one brick off the wall that they've built up towards people. How you going? How you going? Yeah, I'm alright. People have these serious walls, and they have no reason to bring down these walls if they can't trust, if they can't smile, if they can't enjoy, if they can't be embraced by someone or embrace others. Dancing makes so many people so happy. They want to dance, but they're afraid because they might get judged. What people think of me is none of my business. I'm free to be me. I'm free to dance wherever I choose and please. You know what I mean? As long as there's not a sardine can, I'm gonna smack people out if I throw my limbs. You know? So if you're out of your cage, by all means, flap your wings. Well, yeah, people will see me dancing in the street, people will see me dancing at the beach, people will see me dancing in supermarkets, people will see me dancing in bars, people will see me dancing wherever I am. I'm not a trained dancer. I've never been to a rave, I've never been to a doof, which really surprises people. I just want to live life like this. I don't want to live life like this. You know? When you see me dance, you see absolute freedom. Freedom in its fullest. And when you move so much, you get your adrenaline and endorphins pumping, God-given drugs for free, and I'm totally addicted. It makes you happy. It's scientifically proven that that makes you happy. Just accept people, let them do what they want. If they just want to have a jiggy down the street, and, you know, no need to call Triple O, they've got a madman. You know, like, people might think of me as a madman, but, you know, I'm not. I'm just ecstatic. I dance, but I didn't dance. Now I dance. Yeah. Dancing has been my therapy, and I wasn't doing it for everyone else. I was doing it for the audience of one, you know, but it was making me happy, and then it ended up making everyone else happy.